You are watching HPR.
The LG 2237ST is a high-end, high-capacity, over-the-range inverter microwave. Basic features and specifications of this model include 2.2 cubic foot oven capacity, max cooking power of 1000 watts with a 1600 max operational wattage, bi-level cooking rack, which should be removed for cooking popcorn, 4-watt LED hood light with 2 brightness settings, a 400 cubic foot per minute 4-speed exhaust fan with timer option, and a SmoothTouch indoor horizontal digital control panel. Primary cooking features include 13 sensor cook options, 10 power levels, 3 defrost options including auto, timed, and rapid, sensor reheat, preset popcorn button, melt and soften button for heat-sensitive high-fat, high-sugar foods, and a turntable disable option. Being an inverter-based magnetron microwave, it's important to note that this provides true power settings. For example, an older transformer-based magnetron microwave has to switch between using 100% and 0% power in order to mimic a 50% power setting. Inverter-based magnetron microwaves are capable of operating at 50% power the entire time, so your food is more evenly defrosted and/or cooked. This ability to true scale power is critical for melting and softening high-fat and/or high-sugar foods. Inverter-based magnetrons themselves usually have longer warranty coverage. However, be sure the circuit is at least 15 or 20 amp and the microwave oven is the only appliance on the circuit to avoid damaging the inverter, thus causing premature magnetron failure. At the time of this video, the LG 2237ST has 4,327 reviews with an average aggregate rating of 4.18 out of 5. This gives it a solid B rating, or more specifically a score of 83.6 out of 100, which makes this microwave a recommended purchase.
Reviews and concerns.
Let's look at the major website ratings that make up our HPR aggregate score. Amazon, with the least reviews, has 63, gives it a 3.3 rating out of 5. Lowe's has 550 reviews and a 4.3. LG's official website has 892 reviews with a 4.3 average rating. Home Depot has 1,373 reviews, giving it a 4.4. And Best Buy, with the most reviews at 1,449 for the 2237ST, rates it at a 4.6 average. Combining all these site reviews together gives us our average of 4.18 stars out of 4,327 reviews. When looking into review legitimacy, we determined that the vast majority of the reviews were indeed legit. Even incentivized negative reviews were not removed from LG's website. LG reps responded to almost every negative review with an offer to help, extending contact info and in some cases, reference numbers to help expedite service. Despite LG's efforts, there were some consumers claiming LG was difficult to deal with and refused to offer service on what they assumed was covered. This brings us to the biggest question. What defects or failures have most owners mentioned or experienced?
Warranties and service.
First, we have to clarify the difference between a limited warranty and what it actually covers, and what consumers assume a limited warranty should be covering. Most major consumer products have limited warranties, which only cover unabused, properly installed, non-consumable parts that fail. Consumables generally include lights and filters. Wear and tear coverage exclusions may include knobs, handle trim, surface finishes or paint, and exterior tubing. Shipping, installation, and any other costs outside of the warranted part itself are the responsibility of the product owner. Service and call centers seldom, if ever, have the authority to authorize reimbursement of the aforementioned costs. This can lead to angry interactions between consumers and call center reps. Keep in mind, proof of purchase requirements are critical, since in absence of a receipt, the warranty start date will be defined by the manufacturer date linked to the serial number. This could take months and even years off your warranty, and even expire the coverage altogether. Manufacturer limited warranties have other exclusions, such as faulty installations, user abuse, and non-residential usage. So installing an appliance in your business or RV would likely void any manufacturer coverage. All this said, let's point out the major reported failures and/or defects for this particular model according to consumer complaints and share the actual OEM replacement part costs.
Common complaints.
The number one complaint was the variable function multi-line display, or the VFD failures that have been mentioned in at least a dozen negative reviews. This is an expensive part to replace, with many DIY repairs involving buying the entire $200 door, which is a simple 10-minute repair, versus the $140 variable function display itself, which is a complex 1-hour repair. The probable cause being an overzealous slamming of the easy close door, causing damage or dislodging of the VFD. Manufacturer defect or poor quality display is possible. However, VFD failures are not excessively reported. The second problem relates to inverter magnetron failures. While not excessively expensive at $77, they are somewhat complicated to replace in an over-the-range install. Many of the failures have occurred well within the 10-year limited specific part warranty, with several mentions of failures between 2 to 3 years. The probable cause of failure could be related to these high-end microwaves needing a dedicated circuit free of other appliances. It is possible LG inverters are less expensive and therefore of inferior quality, a claim LG inverters have also faced in their refrigerators. The third most common problem is the front base plate trim warping and cracking due to plastic being used where metal or other heat-resistant materials should. It is hard to ignore how many owners complained of this problem, especially for a $63 OEM part. The probable cause, despite some suspicions regarding owners slamming their extend event closed or general abuse, is LG's choice of plastic for this trim section, which is baffling. Future design should replace all plastic trim used on over-the-range microwaves with heat-resistant materials. The fourth and final issue is related once again to the extend event design. The slide-out hood locker breakage is yet another plastic usage issue. Not only is this central part of failure plastic, but it is a two-part mechanical locking clasp. This is something you would see on cheap plastic cabinets or dollar store toolboxes. It's possible users closing the vent too aggressively is leading to premature failure, but LG's use of a plastic clasp lock is questionable since a local hardware store has better options for under $10. It is a quick, easy fix. However, the cheap plastic clasp runs $23 excluding shipping.
Summary and opinion.
Overall, the LG 2237ST is a solid product with a few design decisions LG should have known better to avoid or improve. The problems are not enough to give the model a failing grade, but with 3 minor design and part changes, this could be one of the best in its class. We would like to see LG replace the plastic parts mentioned before with more durable, heat-resistant parts in future models. Perhaps an Extend Event 3.0 is in order. Hopefully this review has been helpful, and we do appreciate any likes, comments, or subscriptions this video may receive. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you for watching HPR.